Well, I'm finally doing it. I purchased a plane ticket and flew over to Huntsville, Alabama, home of the incredible Guntersville Lake. Even though I didn't realize I was fishing the lake until like I was told. That's kind of funny. To fish with one of the most polarizing names in fishing. Shad Hoover. Oh, sorry. Love or hate the man. One thing is clear. The dude knows his stuff. Deeply. Super technical fishing. The man can catch fish. Over the next few days, we're gonna be fishing out of two of the most popular fishing kayaks in the tournament scene. These are the Bonafide PWR 129 and the Bonafide STR 130. These two kayaks have been loaded with a bunch of amazing high-end accessories, even forward-facing sonar, which I'm not gonna try to use because that's not my thing. Everything has been planned out, every detail looked into. I should just be able to put in a clinic, slamming a bunch of largemouth green fishes on the deck of the boat. Wait, what? You don't have a left handle reel? Not even one? Oh my god, this is gonna be bad. If they lay the thing flat here and they put the fish in the middle, it's gonna jump out because the walls are not high.
The gunnels are not gonna stop the fish from jumping, even if it's the tallest. If the fish jumps, it's going over. You know what I mean? So,
but you could clearly tell there's maybe 6 inches there compared to like.
It doesn't matter though. What I'm saying is, if you look at the fish, when they jump off, they're clearing the side by this much. So unless you're in a canoe, it's the same.
That's true, actually. That's actually true. You know? They jump high. When they jump, they jump. Look, I had a fish inside the cooler, and I just briefly opened it 1 second, and they jump.
I'll show you how to prevent that. We can talk about it. I'll show you how to prevent it. It's easy. Okay. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to put, like right here, you put the net, but you put it on this side. You put the net, and you click the handle in, and then that way, if the fish jumps, so you could actually say, hey Chad, one of the biggest concerns about the XTR that I see in the comments on my other videos is this, and I go, let me show you a quick way to prevent that from happening, and then boom, it's a tip. Easy day.
Look at this, bro. This is gold, man. You know that? Best lures in the game.
Yeah, I heard.
Catch anything. That's a cool setup. What happened?
I think I just broke a rod. Oh shit.
Damn, that sucks. That freaking sucks.
Now I don't have a spinning rod.
Well, do you have a tip?
That's not how it works. You don't just throw a new tip on it. It won't even be the right action.
Yeah, it won't be better.
I don't have a tip with me.
Sucks, bro.
Should have put this on the black pack. I don't even know how it did that when it was facing this way. Oh, you know what? It hit that, went forward. Throw that in the passenger seat for me. Put that on the floor.
The boat is gonna flow in.
Last time I was here, I broke 4 rods. I drove over.
Damn, bro. And your rods are not cheap, bro.
Yeah, that was like $400.
Can you warranty it?
All right, so the theme for today, slow down. Only move forward enough to get going. And if I want to stop by that log, stop back there. So one thing I say you do, you go fast and then you stop when you get to where you're almost, and then you just keep on going. And you don't have a power pole today, so you're gonna have to be extra mindful of that. So ease in, barely get going, and take it out. And we're just barely moving because we're gonna be in a place today with a lot more fish, and bigger fish are spookier. So you can't make as many mistakes.
Cool.
It's gonna be a fun day. I'll rig you up one of these other rods with a fluke.
Yeah. Ultra powerful STR. You have to go a lot so it start moving.
Yeah. All right, Aliex, so because this reel is right-handed and you're left-handed, it's actually gonna work out to your favor because yesterday when we were fishing, you're fishing way too fast for the type of mood that the bass are in. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna make a long cast, and then when the lure hits the water, lay your line upwind. It's called mending, you know? And then what you wanna do is just twitch, and then take up your slack. So don't move the lure with the reel, only move it with the rod. Twitch. That way when one hits it, you can give it slack back, reel down, and then set the hook.
So reel in the slack and then set the hook.
So you're only using the reel to take up the slack. So you're moving the lure rod. But I even take my hand off of it, and a lot of times I just reel with my finger like this. Twitch, reel. And then when they hit, I call it the flick it, point, flick, stick. So point, flick, stick, and then you just put your hand on. So you don't even need to use the reel, hand, until it's time to fight the fish.
All right.
But
Cool.
you can do it like this, or you can do it what I just said. You can put a Cinco, you can put whatever.
What's gonna work the best?
The fluke will work for sure. That thing right there works deadly as well.
All right, let's try this.
But
You have another rod?
But if you got confidence in the fluke, then just use the fluke.
Wait, that's a beaver or something? What is that over there? I never seen that, man. This is the first time.
That's where beavers live.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they rent it out when they're not there?
No.
Dang it, man. It looks like...
B in Airbnb doesn't stand for beavers.
Oh my God, oh.
Yeah, that's where they live. There's a tunnel underneath, and they'll come out in the water.
Whoa. Oh man. Hey. What is your excuse now? Because you're like me yesterday. Damn, this fish just like saw the bait going through the water and just jumped and it got hooked in the air. It's a tiny thing. All right, see the wind in my face? Okay, once you get going, it's not that bad, to be frank. No sir, once you like start moving, it's not that bad. And this is some heavy wind. Let me just paddle a little further and just gonna let the wind and stuff take me. And also I'm fighting grass. There's a lot of grass in the water, so I'm going through grass. I'm going through wind, and I'm going really fast. Crazy. I've been paddling the STR because I want to, like I want to get familiar with it. I also don't want to use the Torpedo because the prop that it has is it's not woodless and it gets stuck in all the weeds. They're working on a woodless prop, which is gonna be like the other Torpedo that we were using yesterday, and which is just gonna cut through all this like no problem. So definitely, like if you fish a lot of grassy waters and you want to use a Torpedo, hey, get that prop. But I just want to like paddle this, and what I started doing was like
moving the 360 seat on purpose to kind of like help me paddle. So it's like I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like it's better. I can maintain a better rhythm. This is weird. What do you call this? Dancing? Maybe. I don't know. Probably looks ugly as hell, but it works. I mean, you don't have to do it so pronounced. You can just shift your body so you kind of like make a better paddle stroke. I also paddled against the wind and it wasn't bad at all. I mean, I'm not gonna break any records, but if you just go like this, lazy paddling, you could keep it up for a long while. Look at this. Look at this grass. You see this? That is the grass that I'm talking about. It's like a lot of it. And yet, I'm paddling through it like nothing. Don't be afraid to buy this kayak and paddle it, because you won't have such a big problem. Dude, it's like hurricane style wind. It's just like that. Look at those trees. It just got crazy. Don't move. Don't move. You stay there. Don't move. Oh, dude, like motors for the wind, dude. Let me see if I should paddle this thing here. Let me see. Let me see if I could paddle this thing here. Oh. Okay, this wind is really bad. Okay, let's see. I'm moving. I could find a rhythm. All right, let's see if I catch anything around here. Ugh.
Over there, you can actually cast it at both edges, but you're going to be a little more in the wind. Right down through here, 2 weeks ago, from here to that corner, when you see where that tree sticks out, that's the end. And it cuts in, and then we'll go behind there. But literally, in this one stretch right here, a couple weeks ago, I caught like 30.
Damn.
Here's another tip about paddling in vegetation. If you get in this kind of shit, if you take your paddle and you go like this, you're going to pick up all that crap, right? Because it's like if you reach in a spoon in a bowl of cereal and you pick it up, you're going to pick up cereal. But if you flipped it upside down and put it in, you pick it up, you'll pick up no cereal. So take your paddle and turn it upside down, and then when you get in the grass, you just stick the grass and move, but watch my paddle. It doesn't pick it up. You move through this stuff very quiet and stealthy, and all you gotta do is spin your paddle backwards and it'll take all the grass off even if you do pick it up. But it's super quiet.
Yay! Finally a fish! You better catch that one. We need to measure it. I think those dogs are calling my name. Oh my god, this thing is long. Like where? Like
the nose side down.
No. Oh, okay. So kind of like on the edge. Now I think I got it right. Okay, watch me destroy measuring a fish. Where's the paddle thing? Okay, so you put it in.
Yeah, head down,
Uh-huh.
facing left. So here's a little trick. When you
Where's that keeper?
put the fish down, if you close the mouth before you put it against the bump board, the weight of the fish on that angle will hold it down. And then what you're going to do is you're going to want to take the picture where you angle the camera to match the angle of the board. And you can either put your hand on it or you can just let it lay down. But then if you want to teach people how to, if they're worried about the fish jumping out because the deck is lower, they can put the net on the side, just like that.
He's still jumping, he hasn't fallen off. I mean, a bigger fish maybe. So there you go, right?
Yep. So you want the fish facing left, the dorsal fin up, and then you want to slip the tail down, and then you're going to get your longest measurement. Actually, a lot of people put their hand on the fish and they keep pressing on it. So it's like if you had a belt on really tight and you're trying to sit down, so they're pressing the swim bladder. And if you press the swim bladder, the fish is naturally going to want to fight you. You know?
And go like...
Yeah. So that net trick is a good one for people that are worried about the fish jumping off. But 90% of the time, if you just stop pushing so hard on the fish, or you see people who they'll have their hand on it, so if their thumb is in the belly, they're squeezing and the thumb is bulging out on both sides, well, no wonder the fish is fucking freaking out.
Damn, Chad is putting up a clinic and I'm here like... Another 13-incher?
Yeah.
That's like almost a pound, huh? How did I miss that?
There he's on it. He's on it.
Okay. I'm like, how did I miss that fish? I was like, I almost started crying. Wow. See,
You get out here on the side where the deeper water is, with this mill pool still pretty shallow.
Yeah.
You're gonna catch a much bigger fish.
Well, let
I
me
just pulled over here to catch one.
let me get the game on because I haven't perfected my. Look, I almost had a heart attack right now. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is 12.5. So what I was saying is that if you're afraid of the fish jumping, you just put the net in here. Like put out one of those YakGadget holder there and put the net there, and like literally the fish have nowhere to jump. You see? Okay, let's let him go. So, I don't know. Well, didn't record the fight, but it was a nice fish. It's the biggest of the day. I'm gonna go ahead and measure it here on the board. Okay, and he doesn't want to relax. It's 14 and a half. Here, close your mouth. There you go. Mouth is closed. Tail is there. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but it is 14 something. We got a dinghy, or a dink. Biggest fish of the trip. Chat. Tiny. We need to measure though. Okay. I'm gonna paddle my way over there. Nine inches. Hey, little one. One trick Shadow was showing me is cast and then just like hit the, bringing the line in with, you know, just one hand here like this. If you can't reach the handle, just do the start and then twitch, pick up the slack, twitch, pick up the slack. Oh my god, I thought maybe it was a fish. It was just probably the grass. But the point is, you know, boom. I'm gonna try to do this one with my right hand, see what happens. I'm tired. Like I could feel my voice tired. I have fish Friday, Saturday, and now Sunday. It's 3 days in a row. Not whole days, but like a lot of time. Like Friday, we got out of the water dark. Yesterday we got out of the water dark. And today, probably not. But I fish a lot. I caught 2 fish first day. That was the day that if I had my gear, I would have killed it. For sure, because we were like, we found schoolies and stuff like that. Like, I think I would have killed it. The second day, caught 6 fish or something like that. And today, 6 fish or something like that. Yo, what's up? Yeah, that wind wasn't nice. And the grass, like, you know what? Tomorrow if we fish, I don't know what the plan is for tomorrow, but if we fish, I'm back there, okay?
Back where?
There. Because the grass is it's a, you know, not nice. That's what I'm saying. You had all the tools. Like, I should have been there. I knew.
I started to say, I don't think today's the day you want to be in this boat, but you were like so like excited about it. I was like, okay.
No, I knew you didn't want to put me here because you knew. Like, I knew that, but I also wanted to test it because it's not always gonna be glorious, you know what I'm saying? But if you put a power pole, that will help a lot. And the prop, like, that's it. No anchor wizard, just how you have it over there.
No, the anchor wizard's the shit.
Over here?
Yeah.
I never used that. I should. I just never have. I mean, I like your son. I love the bow mount because that's my anchor. And I go fishing where it's deep enough that I could use the motor. Do you know how I caught a fish? One of the fish I caught, you know how? It was tiny, but I was bringing my lure back. It was in the air, like it was in the air. And the fish jumped out and got hooked. Yeah. I think I have it on video. I hope my angle was good. I'm like, what the heck? Imagine if that was like a big fish. So, can you just walk out? Let's see. 100%. Totally. Oh, I didn't stand on the bow to fish. Well, I mean, the wind wasn't nice.
You know what I think I should do while we're here is take that motor, put it on this boat,
and run it around
and see.
.5 maximum. 5.8 maximum.